Today's story: the mystery of the vanishing heiress. Let's begin. It was a crisp autumn morning in the affluent suburb of Greenwich, Connecticut, a place where the wealthy find solace in sprawling estates and manicured lawns. The leaves were turning vibrant shades of orange and red, and the air held that invigorating chill that signaled the forthcoming winter. Among the well-to-do residents, one name was often whispered with a mix of envy and admiration: Catherine Livingston, the heiress to the Livingston fortune. Her family had built their wealth over generations, dominating the textile industry, and Catherine was the last surviving member of the dynasty. At 29, she was not only known for her wealth but also for her striking beauty and philanthropic endeavors. But behind the perfect facade lay a secret that would soon unravel the entire community. On the morning of October 15th, Catherine's housekeeper, Mrs. Perkins, arrived at the Livingston mansion as she did every day at precisely 8:00 a.m. She noticed something was amiss the moment she stepped into the grand foyer. The usual aroma of freshly brewed coffee was absent, and the soft hum of classical music that Catherine adored was missing. "Miss Perkins," called out, expecting to hear Catherine's cheerful voice echo back. Silence answered. Concerned, Mrs. Perkins made her way through the cavernous rooms of the mansion. Her footsteps echoed ominously off the marble floors. She checked the library first, a room where Catherine often spent her mornings reading or planning fundraisers. It was empty, save for the lingering scent of Catherine's favorite jasmine perfume. The kitchen, the salon, and even the sunroom yielded no sign of the heiress, fear gnawing at her insides. Miss Perkins ascended the winding staircase to the upper floor, where Catherine's bedroom suite was located. The door to the bedroom was ajar, a sliver of light spilling into the darkened hallway. With a trembling hand, Mrs. Perkins pushed it open further. The room was immaculate, the bed made with military precision, but there was no Catherine. Her jewelry lay untouched on the vanity, and her phone and handbag were on the nightstand. But the most unsettling discovery was the open window, its lace curtains billowing in the breeze. Beside it, a piece of paper fluttered on the floor. Mrs. Perkins picked it up with shaking fingers. It was a hastily scrawled note that read, "Trust no one. They are watching." Panicked, Mrs. Perkins dialed 911, her voice barely coherent as she reported Catherine missing. Within hours, the mansion was swarming with police officers, detectives, and crime scene analysts. The media quickly caught wind of the story, and soon, the disappearance of Catherine Livingston was front-page news across the nation. Detective Marcus Riley was assigned to the case, a seasoned investigator with a reputation for solving high-profile cases. Riley was known for his sharp mind and dogged determination. He arrived at the Livingston mansion intent on finding clues others might overlook. As he surveyed the opulent home, he couldn't shake the eerie feeling that there was more to this disappearance than met the eye. The investigation into Catherine's disappearance quickly became a tangled web of intrigue and deception. Interviews with friends and acquaintances painted a picture of a woman who was beloved, yet enigmatic. Catherine was known for her lavish parties, her generosity, and her passion for art and charity. However, she also had a penchant for secrecy, and there were whispers of a shadowy side to her life. As Riley delved deeper, he discovered that Catherine had been involved in a bitter legal battle over the family fortune. Her late father had left a complicated will, and several distant relatives were disputing their share of the inheritance. Was Catherine's disappearance related to this family feud? Or was it connected to the rumors of embezzlement and fraud that had been circulating around her family's business? The detective pieced together a timeline of Catherine's last known movements. She had attended a charity gala the night before she disappeared, leaving abruptly after an argument with a mysterious man. Witnesses described him as tall, with dark hair and a menacing demeanor. Riley tracked down security footage from the event, but the man's identity remained elusive. As days turned into weeks, the pressure on Riley and his team intensified. Leads were followed only to result in dead ends, and the public's fascination with the case grew as each day passed without answers. Theories about Catherine's fate ranged from kidnapping to the possibility that she had staged her own disappearance to escape her complicated life. One cold November morning, a breakthrough came when a fisherman discovered a woman's shoe near the river that ran behind the Livingston estate. It was identified as Catherine's, and search teams combed the area for further evidence. What they found only deepened the charred diary, half buried in the mud, with the pages singed but legible. The entries were cryptic, hinting at threats, paranoia, and a secret liaison with someone known only as M. Detective Riley's instincts told him that M was the key to unraveling the mystery. As he pursued this lead, he uncovered a network of deception involving Catherine's closest allies. Her lawyer, her business manager, even her best friend fell under scrutiny as Riley uncovered a conspiracy of betrayal and greed. The investigation took a dramatic turn when Riley discovered that M was actually Michael Saunders, a former business associate of Catherine's father. Years ago, the Saunders family had been embroiled in a scandal that ruined their reputation and finances. Michael had harbored a grudge against the Livingstons ever since. Riley theorized that Michael had orchestrated Catherine's disappearance to exact revenge and claim the Livingston fortune for himself. Armed with this new information, Riley confronted Michael, who, under pressure, confessed to orchestrating an elaborate scheme to make Catherine disappear. He had manipulated her fears, planted evidence to mislead the investigation, and used her family's dark secrets against her. With Michael in custody, the case that had captivated the nation was finally brought to a close. Catherine Livingston was found alive, having been held captive in a remote cabin owned by Michael. The community breathed a sigh of relief, and Catherine was hailed a survivor. Yet, questions lingered. The mystery of her disappearance had been solved, but the truth of what she had endured during those harrowing weeks remained a secret she chose to keep. In the end, the case of the Vanishing Heiress was not just a story of wealth and deception, but also a cautionary tale about the facades people construct and the lengths they will go to protect their secrets. Catherine might have returned to her life, but she was a changed woman, forever marked by the shadows of her past. You've been listening to Noir Whispers. If the shadows intrigued you, don't forget to subscribe for more stories just like this.